me give you a hug.
Happy New Year's, like you said.
Happy New Year! So good to see you. Okay,
Here we
so
are,
to
yeah.
share, I'm having a little bit issue with some stuff. Lately, I've been watching some videos and going through some stuff like dealing with rejection, and I'm thinking, I'm actually a life coach in training and also relationship coach in training. And Tisha is a motivational speaker. She does a lot of things, modeling, so many stuff, and she's like an expert. So today, I'm wondering if you could please shed more light into my curiosity and also into some confusion I'm having. There's this video that is going around about this couples, of so-called couples. The name of the guy is Alex Ekubo and also Fancy. I actually sent the video to you so you know exactly what's going on. And I want to ask, like, if someone is going through rejection, rejection from friendship, rejection in relationship, or any kind of form of shit, like, how do we deal with rejection?
It's really interesting. It's good that you're mentioning it because when you're talking about rejection, it's like, for example, someone random you've never ever met calls you and says, you know what, from now on, I'm not going to talk to you.
Just like that.
And hangs up, you'd be like, it's okay, I don't know this person. But as you're saying, like, when you have like this emotional attachment,
it's completely different.
Completely different. Like a person, a friendship, you might really value that friendship, you might really value that person, and then somehow they just stop talking to you. You feel rejected.
Exactly.
That thing that really triggers you, and that's when you go, oh, shoot. You know, like what should I do? Like this is something that's really hurting me. It's pain, right?
Exactly. We're not robots. When somebody rejects us, someone you're very close to, let's assume somebody you used to talk to on the phone, like in the morning you talk to them in the afternoon, they send you a text message, and at night they call to say good night, whatever it is. And suddenly the communication stops, just like that. And you try to look for like closure, so to say. You try to figure out what is going on, why am I rejected? We're not robots. You just can't say, okay, well, he doesn't want to talk to me, she doesn't want to talk to me, that's fine. They don't want to be friends with me anymore, that's fine. We're not robots. We're emotionally attached to those people, whoever they are. How do we deal with rejection?
I would simply say you need to be your own best friend. So it's like, instead of that call that I was saying like, oh, by now we're not going to be friends anymore, we're not going to talk to each other. It's more like, now you need to be your own best friend and like almost call your inner being, because I think we always need to be connected to ourselves. It's not about anybody else outside of us. I always keep going to this spiritual factor and our internal like higher being, be connected to ourselves and say, well, if I was my own best friend, what would I do? Would I call myself and say, I love you, it's okay? Even though I'm suffering, I'm going through this, is this the best thing for me to do? Can I accept this rejection? And even if you cannot accept it, because sometimes we deny it, we need to just say, well, it's okay, I'm having these feelings, and then just love yourself and call and say, you know what, maybe today is not good, but tomorrow will be better. And you just gotta slowly but surely know that perhaps this is not a person that you should be with, it's kind of toxic, and just let it go. Because I think one of the worst things that you can do is try to get closure. Like I tried to get closure from my latest long-term relationship, and it was a challenge. And you're never gonna get a closure from a person that is just not there anymore with you.
Interesting. So basically, you say
you should love yourself.
Okay,
Sorry.
It's okay. So basically, we should love ourselves, and also you mentioned the fact that we should accept the rejection, like accepting, okay, this person is gone, they're not coming back.
On the side of like loving yourself and being your own best friend. Okay. Because like you can go forever try to say, well, no, this is not right, and but at the end of the day, when you go to sleep, what will make you most peaceful? Okay. There's got to be some acceptance there. Acceptance. Even though it's not right, it could be not right. You know, throughout the world, and everybody else should see that it's not the right thing sometimes. Right. But you gotta accept it, otherwise you won't be able to be at peace.
I see. So is there any point we try to like fight for the friendship or the relationship? Okay, this person have made it clear, you know what? Sometimes they actually ghost you. You have to assume they're actually they're done or they don't want to talk to you, whatever it is. Some friends, their friends used to check on maybe once in a while, whatever it is, and you guys used to be pictures or videos, oh, they're like giving you thumbs up or whatever, and all that stops. Sometimes they even block you and stuff like that. Is there any point we have to try to fight for the friendship or relationship to see maybe we did something wrong that made them act that way? And sometimes it's not about doing something wrong. They just decide to move on their life, whatever it is. So is there any time we have to just fight for this?
I think now we're so into trying to save a relationship or friendship. You should remember the main core purpose of why this is happening. Like maybe there is no communication, and even if you try to say a text to the person like, would you talk to me, or a very kind text like, you know, I hope that everything goes well, and they don't reply, then you have to remember, oh, this person just doesn't want to talk to me. Like don't get so upset about like, oh, this person is ghosting and all this stuff, because yes, of course they are
ghosting you.
But yes, of course they are. But at the end of the day, remember, is there a communication there? Is there like you should really be, how do you say it? Like yeah, we get very confused. Like we should have, besides the texting, we should always have like a real friendship.
Of course, we should like stuff like that.
Yeah, like one-on-one communication is the way I always establish this with friends. Like I always say, well, my communication with you would always be like on the phone, talking to you, like verbal communication.
Because a lot of important information and whatever it is gets lost in text messages. And sometimes we assume some stuff, and we assume the person's tone or even emotion via text, but they actually mean the opposite. Like you might feel the person is like screaming at you or angry at you via the text, or maybe the person's just busy and they just told you, okay, do whatever you gotta do. You know, maybe you ask them for whatever and they're actually busy at the time. They just tell you, you know what, just do what you gotta do. But the other side, you're feeling, oh wait, are they pushing?
Yeah, like are they ignoring me? Like, oh, what am I doing?
Exactly.
Text right? I don't get it.
Like, so that's why verbal communication is very important. I mean, video calls, whatever it is, especially people that deal with long distance relationships, right? Even friendship. I mean, even families and stuff like that. So now,
definitely verbal communication always. Always should be number one.
Yeah,
for any
exactly.
Right.
See, she rejected Alex.
So toxic. It's just the whole thing is so toxic.
Wait, is Francis toxic or Alex is toxic? I mean, she actually called off the wedding few months before the wedding, and according to her, she didn't really give details about why she cut off the wedding. But now the information are coming out and stuff like that, she seems to be giving out information, and what she's saying is that Alex doesn't seem to be ready for this relationship, for this marriage, and the guy actually wants Fancy to pay for the entire wedding. And the tone, the way the text, did you see the text? It was like she was in the relationship, she was just too deep, and the guy was just, I mean, you know what? It's like, you just do the stuff, and when we're in front of cameras or in front of people, we just pretend to be together. But when it's just both of us, you know what? Just do your stuff. I don't really care. I'm not into it like that. So this is just, it seems like somebody that loves too much.
Yeah, and the whole thing about him asking her to do the public
apology.
Okay, it's just some people are just
manipulated.
Too much. Yeah,
manipulation
and toxicity, and it's just like, well, maybe the best thing for her was to call it off.
Exactly.
I mean, it seems like there was something wrong from the beginning anyway, so why would you want to continue on this? And now she's trying to clarify it, right? So,
well, yes, that is an important point. I actually blame Fancy in some ways because she called the wedding due to some reasons she mentioned, and also some stuff she's not saying. I mean, if I have to call off a wedding because I feel the guy is not the right one for me, whatever, why going back to the guy? You know? I mean, it's like she's looking for either closure or she's looking for the possibility of them getting back together. So it's like
the whole thing is just toxic. I mean, because I can say, like, for example, yeah, it's like when you have still feelings for someone, you're gonna want to, like, should I go back? Did I do it wrong? This person wanted to marry me. When you're to the point where you're gonna marry,
right?
You have a lot of emotional attachment.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, that means
it's like, okay,
go together for 5 years. And the thing is,
there, you know, there's love.
Yes, and also people should stop judging Fancy in the sense that it is more complex than we actually see and more than we actually read. Until we understand the psychological dynamics of trauma bonding,
Yeah.
then you shouldn't judge.
Yes.
It seems to me she's attached to the trauma and not to the guy. I've actually went through that before. I mean, this person treated me so horribly. Like, I mean, anytime I think about it, it just brings tears to my eyes. And when I share with my friends, you guys will be like, "Are you crazy? Just get away from this." But the thing is, regardless of how they treated me, I still wanted to talk to them.
Yeah.
So I was not
You're a
attached to
forgiving
them.
person. You're a loving person. You're a loving person.
Forgiving.
Yeah,
But
trauma.
at the same time, I was attached to the trauma and not to them. And I had to sit down like, am I missing this person? This person treated me really bad. No, I don't miss them. I actually miss the when people are giving you chicken nuggets, and of the entire chicken. Yeah, they're giving you chicken popcorn, and stuff like that. And it feels like the main course. It feels like that because they know how much they actually did a lot to get you. And when they finally get your heart, they know you're loving, they know you're caring and stuff like that.
Everything.
You're giving everything.
Yeah.
They know you don't want to leave them. All those peanuts they're giving to you, like when they see you want to like maybe change your mind about them, you want to go, they give you another peanut, they throw it in your face again. And it's like, okay, you know what, okay, what about we go on a date and stuff like that? And after the date, the abuse started again. The peanut, and you're so used to that even when somebody tried to give you the main course or tried to give you the entire lunch, dinner, breakfast, you be like, okay, wait, I'm used to the trauma.
I'm used to, yeah. Well, I mean, there's certain, you say like, okay, the trauma should not be attached to the person, but at the same time, you're letting the trauma be attached to the person. So again, I think you as well as I, we've been through similar situations of trauma, abuse, toxicity,
even friendship.
Friendship,
relationship,
and like all of this stuff. But I think at the end of the day, the thing that really brought me to see, okay, no, this is not right. This is not right, but this is not right for me.
Right.
It was first of all a lot of pain. I had to go through a lot of pain to realize, why am I taking the peanuts? Right? You sometimes you don't learn your lessons until you have that really something you're going through that's very painful.
Exactly.
For me, it was a couple of things, like for example, I had a couple of back operations, surgeries. So then that really made me feel like, what's most important here?
Exactly.
It's my health.
Exactly.
It's me, right? Because without me, I cannot function in any other way.
Exactly.
So then again, I always go back to the spiritual self of like yourself, or again, like your inner being, and figuring out like, okay, why am I doing this? Am I doing this out of like, I just got used to it? And I'm going through this more, I'm making the trauma even bigger.
Exactly.
It's like putting more stuff in there because I'm letting other people do to me the things that I should not be letting other people do to me.
Exactly. I mean, I was telling someone the other day that I have gotten to this point in my life that I am not receiving what I'm not giving. So I am only giving what I'm willing to accept. So for example, I'm willing to give loyalty, I'm willing to give faithfulness, to give the truth, to give honesty, to give friendship, to give a lot of stuff. But if you're not willing to give that to me, even respect, whatever it is, then I am going out of this. I mean, Fancy, she actually understood the fact that this guy doesn't seem to be fully in. And I mean, there's speculations that Alice could actually be gay. I mean, who knows? They didn't have sex for 5 years, even though they were in a relationship. And she claimed that he was with other people. And it's just
once other women or other people are involved also in the relationship is really, I mean, why do you even stay anymore?
Exactly. Because I mean, if they're with other people, the only reason why Alice wouldn't have sex with her could actually be due to two reasons: is getting it from someone else, or he's actually gay, as Nigerians are actually speculating. I mean, who knows?
Because it doesn't make sense.
Does it?
Because like a normal natural relationship should have sex is part of it.
Exactly. Except maybe for spiritual reason, or we don't want to have sex, we don't want to fornicate, whatever.
But they should be like, communicating.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. But he was with other people, according to Fancy. I mean, Fancy knows Alex more than we do. Yeah. We're actually speculating, but based on the information she gave out, we are actually speculated based on that. We're actually given information based on that. And Fancy, she knows this. I'm not sure why she went back to Alex. And of course, Alex is a guy. Guys and their ego.
Yeah.
Guys and their ego.
Well, we have ego too, but
not as much as guys.
Yeah.
I mean, and I guess he must have told Fancy that all of will accept you back. I think he actually tricked her. Like we can go back into a relationship or dating just without a public apology.
Yeah.
Manipulation.
Yeah, there's so many ways of like, sorry, Fancy.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
we love you, Fancy, but this is
just way too much. It's
too
like
much,
way above our heads too.
Exactly.
Help you here.
Exactly. I mean, we do counseling and stuff like that, but this is just too complicated. I mean,
when you join the public view too, I know it must be very difficult for you. So
exactly, and a lot of people are actually dragging her and stuff like that. This is a time to give compassion to Fancy. I mean, we're showing you a lot of love, but at the same time, we want you to know that sometimes it's always good not to go back to our exes, because some of them, they have really bad plans, you know. They just want to get revenge, you know. Some people, it's not about you just going back to bed. They can actually accept you back into their nest, make you as comfortable as possible, just to get their revenge. They're just waiting for that moment.
Some people do
and
that.
not because they love you. I mean, we're sending you a lot of love, and we wish
Again,
you the best.
we're not you. We wish you the best. But however, like, just remember, you. Who are you? Who are you?
Find yourself.
And yeah.
Find yourself.
What do you want out of life?
Exactly.
What do you want? Even not just, you know, in the 10 years, but like, what do you want now? What makes you good? What suits you? Focus on yourself.
Right.
And
But
make
you know the way
yourself
the guys just make you lose your self-esteem. I mean, she's a pretty woman. She's into modeling. She actually modeled with Usher.
Oh, cool.
Usher Raymond. She did a lot of stuff. And you know, Alex not touching her for 5 years, and it's not because of am I not attractive enough? You know, the guys are not to mess with your head. Anyway.
Yeah, you could be super, you know, an amazing looking woman, but if sometimes other people decide for you,
will you harsh?
then you know, then you're gonna start doing things for other people, and they're gonna lower your self-esteem.
Exactly.
And you shouldn't.
Exactly.
Again, like, you know, like, if I want to wear makeup, if I want to look pretty, I'm gonna do it. It's
For
for
myself.
me. It's for me.
Exactly.
Not because someone else is telling me. Not at all. So I think that's also another lesson I learned. Like, it's not about other people, and don't try to like do it for them. It's really has to do for you. Yeah.
And we wish you all the best. So with that said, guys, as Tisha just shared with you guys, it's okay to be rejected. I mean, a lot of people have to know that rejection is okay, it's part of life. I mean, today I might like coffee, tomorrow I want tea. I mean, it's
that's
just
okay.
about choices.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
You change your mind.
people change their mind. It's okay. People grow. Sometimes they want to be with us. Sometimes they want to be with other people. It's okay to be rejected. We have to accept it. But we have to find ourselves, love ourselves, and do not stop to be kind to yourself.
Right. It might not be right, but you need to accept it in order to feel okay at night when you go to sleep.
Exactly. I mean, when was the last time I could have fallen asleep because of a man? Never.
That's good.
Never. Honestly, even when I was going through a really bad issue, I'm like, my sleep is important, you know? And I'm not gonna lose. We women should stop losing sleep over those guys. They sleep well at night. They can snore. I mean, imagine my perpetrator after the abuse. This guy is actually snoring. I'm like, think I could just take you out now? I could just take it.
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, how dare you?
How dare you, man? Like,
How dare you? You just
and here I am, like, sleepless.
Yeah.
Look at my,
I know, they just did it to the right thing, that's it. Because a lot of other women, they've actually taken their revenge, and some of them may have nowhere to be found. And also the other way around, because abuse happens both ways. With that said, we are out.
to like and subscribe.
Okay, alright guys, leave your comment below, okay? Just share your experience about toxicity, about revenge, about being rejected, whatever it is. We want to hear from you guys. We'd like to hear your comments,
We
right?
want to hear,
Okay,
yes.
so out. Goodbye.
Thank you.